grandissima famiglia! Vai!
I've got so many favourite things in this house, it's going to be really hard to cut it down to 5. The first of them is my husband's art, which you can see all over the walls. You may know him as Hearty Art. I know him as Sasha, and he's just the most incredible creative person, and I love nothing more than walking into the different rooms in my house and seeing his art displayed everywhere, even the toilet. It would be really difficult to pick a favourite of his paintings because they're all my favourites. But I love this one here, it's called Soho Revolutionaries. He's actually written a book, would you believe, about that as well? My other favourite is Meaning, which I just love, you know. It's that juxtaposition of capitalism meets religion, meets young girls addicted to their insane technological life. And then in the hall, we've got a lady in a pair of suspenders. And in the kitchen we've got mum naked. I mean, it's eclectic and it's crazy, but it's brilliant and I love it. Who doesn't want a picture of their naked mum when they're having their breakfast or their dinner? Only the Hartmans. There's no question about it. This house is completely dysfunctional and crazy, but it's held together by the food in their bellies. And no, it's not from me because I can't cook. The person is Chef Tess, and by gosh, is she an incredible chef. She's actually just a little mum. I mean, the most amazing thing is that I come in from work each night, I'm exhausted, I'm running late as usual because most working mums do, and then I walk through the door and I have this smell. And even though Tessie works full-time in finance and is a whiz at that, she still comes home, gets on her robes and cooks this chef de cuisine. We go from Italian, we go to French, we go to the old Scottish dish. She cooks everything and oh my God, it is to die for. That might be the reason why we've all put on about 2 stones during lockdown, but I wouldn't swap it for the world. And no, she's not for hire. Wow, what is that smell, Chef Tess?
Hello.
What have we got?
Mwah. So I'm making beef goulash for Dad.
Wow.
Zach saw me in the kitchen, so he wanted saffron risotto, so I'm doing that for him on the side.
Wow.
And yeah, just getting back into the swing of things. I did spot your Dominoes from last night, not impressed.
You really do little Dominoes every once in a while.
But it's fine.
This is why I have an inbuilt chef into the house that I couldn't function without. I can't be good at everything because I have Chef Tess.
That's what you got me for.
Moving on to number 3. You might have noticed behind me, we have our fair share of books in this house. I love reading, but my husband is obsessed with books. History, philosophy, psychology, art, you name it. I have a collection of fashion books next door, but frankly I think I'm going to have to build a new house just to have his books in place. One of the biggest gifts you can have by having a lot of books in your home is that it encourages your kids to read, and that's something that Sasha and I have worked really hard at. Get off those Xboxes, get off those phones and pick up a book. And actually when you get into that world of having a little library and a place to go and read your story, you get involved in that story. It overtakes you, it becomes you. So if I've got one bit of advice out there to all you mums, buy books and give them to your kids. It's fair to say I was a selfie queen and obsessed with photography before phones came along. So I have literally reams and reams of photographs taken decades ago. But one of my most favourite places in the house is my memory wall in the kitchen. And it's got loads of pictures of the family, of the kids as young, but also as my mum and dad. I lost my mum 8 years ago, my dad 2 years ago. And having them just surround me in the house, I just feel that they're constantly with me. Sometimes I can hear them giving me into trouble, but that's definitely probably my most favourite place because it's just gorgeous memories. This is my memory wall I was telling you about, because for me every canvas tells a story, and I've got my lovely mum who I lost 8 years ago, and my daddy there, and my husband's parents, and that's what it's all about. I talk to them in the morning when I get up before I go to bed. So the final favourite thing on my list is noise. It's fair to say you can't walk into the Hartmann house without being hit with this whale of noise. Most of the time, apart from the bickering in the kitchen, comes from the music room. Sasha's on the piano, Zach's on the drums, he also plays xylophone, he also plays saxophone, Tally's got the microphone, Johnny's on the bass. The Hartmann household is built on noise, it's built on music. Without music, we have no soul, and that's what makes the Hartmanns tick. You've had enough Tessa time. It's time to go.
Thanks for watching. Bye!